US authorities have released the first confession video of the 26/11 plotter, Tahawur Rana. Tahawur Rana's confession videos produced in Chicago court during the 26/11 trial have been released.
I introduced myself in the car over as Brad. I'm a supervisor here in Chicago. Jeff and I work together, and we would love to ask you some questions. But before we do that, I'd like to go over your rights, and I want you to make sure that you stop me, ask questions. I want you to make sure that you understand exactly what these rights are, and after that, we'll make a decision if you'd like to talk to us or not. Okay. Before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. We went over that. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You understand that? Okay. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. You also have the right for the lawyer to be here present with you during any questioning.
Okay.
Understand that? Okay. Any questions on that?
Well, let me listen to the rights and then.
Okay, sure. And then
So
you
I
can
can have the attorney here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you would like to have an attorney, you can have an attorney here.
Okay.
And if you can't afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you before any questioning, if you wish. And this is probably the most important right. If you decide to answer any questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering questions at any time. So if you want to answer one question and say, "You stop, I want a lawyer," that is your right. Now, do you understand those as I describe them to you? I also want you to take a look at this and read them for yourself.
Yes, okay.
Okay, okay. Having said that, would you agree to talk to us this morning?
Yes.
You would? Thank you for that. I very much appreciate it. I'm going to need you to sign this, though. Okay. So I'm going to let you look at that right there, and feel free to review the document.
We're going to talk about David Headley.
Yes. One day he said that he was talking to this Ilyas Kashmiri guy, and he said, in our language, first they make a statement, and then he says, "Did you get that?"
Okay.
I said, "This guy is a ranker."
What does that mean?
It means he was in military, some sepoy. In Pakistan there is a class system.
Okay.
And you have officers and then you have people who come as lower level things. I said, "This guy is a ranker." It means he was a sepoy in army.
Okay.
And he says, no, not at all, not at all. I said, "What you are talking about is somebody who thinks other person is, needs to get into the bones and all that." And he then called me after this incident. He said, "You were right, and I believe your understanding of the world, that it is written in the newspaper that he was a ranker." But the guy, Iqbal, Major Iqbal, was the one he is mentioning that he was in touch with this David. And then he mentions about there is a Jamaat ud-Dawa.
Jamaat al-Dawa? Okay.
He mentions friendship with Jamaat ud-Dawa.
Who mentioned that?
David.
David, okay.
Tell
me about Jamaat al-Dawa.
I just hear from these guys that there is a guy, the name was something else before. They changed the name from Lashkar-e-Taiba, I guess. They changed, they used to be Lashkar-e-Taiba.
Okay.
United States stand that organization.
Okay.
And then they changed to, or maybe there's another organization, but since I don't read all that, but I do understand either they all moved here or there was already an organization and this organization is banned. But I would understand that they just, from there.
So you understand they're the same thing, just a different name?
I mean, please do remember that I neither have time to go there, meet them, investigate them,
Right.
but from the media, what you see looks like, the ban, you move to this one.
Well, the case will now be going to the 12-member strong jury that was selected earlier on by the court. And in the United States, the verdict of the jury pronounces the defense guilty or not guilty. So the jury will decide in a very short while from now how are they going to decide Rana's fate.